Hong Kong is a region that existed first as a British colony and then as a small country within China. It possesses both clear similarities and differences from these two countries, making it a truly unique place. As somebody who grew up in Hong Kong, what do I think about it? Although I grew up in Hong Kong, in the last year I have decided to go to boarding school in the USA to pursue the additional opportunities to be found there. However, for the summer I have returned home to accept an internship at APV Media. I could talk all day about what Hong Kong really is, or really represents, but what I find more interesting is how my childhood whimsies have altered my perception of the place, resulting from me growing up here, in this apartment block, Kenny Mansion, which I moved out of when I was 11 to the home where my parents currently reside. Whenever we needed to get home on the 12A bus, we'd often come down this staircase. My hypersensitive ears back then found the fountain of water here deafening. Nowadays, however, there is no fountain. One of my early fascinations was birds. I would go to the park on my own to photograph birds, and often get told off for walking on the grass just to see them. The groundskeepers did not appreciate my noble goals, evidently. On this lamppost, a peculiar situation occurred. You'd often see both crested bulbuls and tree sparrows sitting on the same lamppost. The crested bulbul would push the sparrows off. I discovered, based on my observations, that it takes 2 tree sparrows to push one crested bulbul off a lamppost. From the day that happened, the bulbul never showed up again, and the lamppost was sparrow territory. Many people seem to think that Hong Kong has become culturally closer to mainland China after the British relinquished control over it in 1997. However, I do not think that this is the case, and one example of why is the phenomenon of gentrification, which has cropped up in recent years in several different parts of Hong Kong. This has mainly been spurred on by the rise in MTR railway expansion, which has brought very convenient transit to places that did not previously have it, causing property prices to continue climbing. The hallmark of gentrification in Hong Kong is the appearance of businesses like these, which clearly only serve Western expatriates, judging by the theme and the lack of any Chinese on the menu or on the outside branding. I, for one, find this both insensitive and presumptuous. Who's to say that the local Chinese people don't want to try the avant-garde American cuisine, or craft beer, or whatever else it is they're serving? I remember that when I was 7 years old, I came down here to a street near this area. The street was lined with shops selling Chinese ritual items and decorations. It was all very charming, what one would expect if they'd believed the stereotypes of Hong Kong in TV and other media. I remember buying a marionette of a dragon from that shop, which I liked very much. Another charming feature of this district was a shop selling caged birds, which I always liked to look around. The caged bird shop closed soon after I visited it, and when I tried to find the shop that sold me the marionette, I could not. Apart from all political woes that have to do with mainland China, the one thing I lament the most about the direction in which Hong Kong is going is the loss of its unique charm and its transformation into a far more cosmopolitan city that is more like any other in the world.